Scorpio, welcome to your weekly reading for February 7th to the 13th. My name is Mimi from Meta Spiritual Counselling and Healing. I am an occupational therapist and spiritual counsellor, and I'm here to give a reading for the Scorpios. So this can apply to Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Keep in mind this is a general message, and let's see what's looking in your position. So we have victory and success coming up for you, Scorpio. Triumphant is what I'm hearing. I'm seeing there's a real kind of solar or sun energy here. So this is something that is going to charge and to boost your self-esteem. You might be getting recognized or applauded within your social or your relationship spaces. And this is seeming like it's going to give you a real confidence boost. But I'm getting the sense of a confidence boost that was needed in a way, Scorpio. So you might have been experiencing a lack of a loss of faith and kind of wanting to give up in a way. So this feels like this victory and success will be quite unexpected, but it's what you need in order to get to the next place or next position. So let's look at your role, responsibility, or emotion. So you get the Strength card. So again, I'm getting the feeling or the sense of this victory and success is coming to give you the strength, or because you have felt that you just couldn't keep on being the one who constantly needs to pick yourself up again, who constantly needs to dust your shoulders off and kind of continue in that way. So it feels as though emotionally you have felt that you always have to be the strong one for self and for other people, and that perhaps you just got a bit tired of the one that's always kind of healing and transforming and transmuting energy for self and other people. But it feels as though this victory and success, and what I'm encouraging you to see it as a strength and as a positive, because this is what is going to support you in accepting compliments, accepting the applaud and the successes that are going to come forward for you. So let's look at your communication and interaction. So you have the Six of Cups, sorry. So I said Six of Swords, so this might have been, your confidence might have been knocked or affected because of a previous relationship or interaction. I'm picking up on maternal energy, so you might have had quite a fractious relationship with a maternal energy in your life that might have impacted on your self-esteem and your confidence. And it almost feels as though I'm seeing a woodpecker, so someone was literally like pecking away at your confidence and being that kind of inner voice to kind of tear you down. And what happened was, it seems as though you aligned with that and accepted and internalized that voice as your own. So this also leads into kind of this Six of Cups energy, that kind of memories from childhood and having to heal some of those childhood wounds that might be popping up for you, Scorpio. Because when this victory and success does arrive, are you going to be ready to accept it? Are you going to be ready to take that on board? It feels like it might be quite confronting in a way, having this personal victory and success, because it's pushing you to kind of face aspects of you and kind of sit with aspects of you. So let's look into your environment and your social aspects. We have two cards that came out. So you have the Chariot in the reverse and the Queen of Swords in the reverse. So with these two cards, it feels as though you have felt that things have slowed down in terms of your personal progression. You're kind of elevating to the next phase or next step in your life, which is why this victory and success might come as a surprise to you. It almost feels as though you might have been iced out, or you might have been icing other people out with this Queen of Swords, and now coming to realize that maybe that wasn't the best thing to do. It feels as though this was coming from that very kind of hurt or wounded place, and that thinking, I always have to be strong, I always have to pick myself back up again, and almost feeling a bit woe is me and it's not fair. So in terms of what's going on around you, it feels that things have slowed down, or you might perceive that things have slowed down, but it could be for a reason. So your environment looks to be at a bit of a pause and at a bit of a standstill, but this is for that kind of reason of you tapping back into yourself, realigning with yourself, so that you can acknowledge parts that need to be healed with that kind of Six of Cups energy, but that victory and success that will come through that, like I say, might be quite confronting. So in terms of what is motivating you, we get the Eight of Swords. What's motivating you is to set yourself free, to no longer be stuck in this energy of that kind of spiral of self-doubt, low confidence and low self-esteem. Again, it's like that kind of I'm sick and tired of always being sick and tired energy. I just heard that song. It feels as though you've kind of got to the end of your tether with yourself, and you see how there's this kind of water kind of flowing in the background. I'm almost seeing that water as the tears that you might have shed, or the tears that you might have been crying, and almost being quite in the depth of that emotion, but not from your heart space, being in that emotional space from quite a critical and quite a judgmental position. So it feels as though your motivation is getting out of this energy and really aligning to what tools do I have at my disposal, or what people do I have around me that I can lean on for that support. It's very interesting having victory and success as something that triggers parts of us that need to be healed. You know, often people think that success is celebrated and that success is applauded, but it can often bring up inner childhood wounds and things that we might have been denying or choosing not to face. So let's get an outcome or an advice card. Okay, so you get the Otter Spirit. You are never alone. What I love about this card is that this otter looks like, you know, these two otters look like they're in an embrace. There's two otters almost in the shape of a heart. And that to me kind of says that your guides, your spiritual team, whoever you kind of rely on in a spiritual sense, have been really trying to push you to this point of healing, and that they have been walking alongside you, but perhaps you might not have been able to see it at all times. It also feels as though it is the time to kind of work on bringing in that acceptance of self, because that is what will allow you to spark and to develop deeper bonds and connections with other people. So that is it for your reading, Scorpio. I hope this resonates. If not, please feel free to check your Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus signs. Let me know how you get on by giving this a like, a comment, a share or a subscribe, and I will speak to you soon.